It is official. Denzel Washington is back on the big screen in one of the most highly anticipated films of the year.
Of these people, I'm beginning to understand real peace.
Roberto, this is my wife. Ciao, ciao.
Oh. And I'm starting to believe.
Ciao, Denzel.
They see you as one of us now.
This is where I'm supposed to be.
What happened?
Washington returns as former intelligence operative Robert McCall in the Equalizer 3. This time, he's in Italy with everyone else, taking on one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, the mafia. We are teaming up with our friends at Sony Pictures Canada this morning to talk about the new film and the Equalizer franchise. And Rad joins me now. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so what is it about these films, the Equalizer films, that really resonates with audiences?
Well, you know, like, I think the original really kind of nailed the formula, right? I mean, because it didn't lean too hard on the original TV series, right? Which is like, it takes that idea of this lone wolf who's helping, you know, even the odds for people who are in need. And it kind of just leans into the Denzel vibe of it all. Like, this is kind of Denzel doing his version of Bourne or his version of Taken, right? Where he's this unassuming former operative with a special set of skills and he used it on the bad guys, right? And again, it's all about Denzel. If you think about Denzel as this charisma, this gravitational center, like, he's somebody who, you know, has his head down. He's very cool. He's very smooth. He doesn't have the movie star presence of, say, like a Will Smith or Tom Cruise. He's not trying to attract attention, but that's exactly what makes him so appealing, because he's still such a gravitational center. Like, we still can't help but, like, you know, be drawn to him. Exactly. And that's why he's so perfect for this role, right? Like, he's just a magnet who knows how to do people in with swagger.
Yes,
you know,
that's the word.
That's
yes.
it.
So you've seen the film.
Yes.
What can fans expect?
You know, I really like this one because it's like, it's simple, it's brutal. It really leans into, this time, into kind of a spaghetti Western kind of vibe where Denzel's kind of got like the whole like Clint Eastwood man with no name thing. He's in Italy, he's up against the mafia. He's here, he falls in love with the peaceful people in a small town, but they're being terrorized by the Gomorrah, so then he's gonna clean the town in a pool of blood. Like, you know, it just gets all those elements right, and once again leans in on his appeal.
Okay, so we're gonna put up a QR code on the screen for everyone watching right now. You can scan this code, buy your tickets to the Equalizer 3. We'll make it super easy for you. We also have a quick clip with director Antoine Fuqua talking about Denzel's role. It was filmed before the Hollywood strikes. Let's take a look.
People love that character, and people love Denzel Washington. And he just starts to do his thing. Magic starts happening. He spent his whole life helping these type of people. How do you just walk away from that? McCall had gotten addicted to.
So, Rad, you've sat down with Antoine and Denzel to talk about one of the previous films in the franchise, and I understand you got a bit of a demo about how Denzel trained for the role.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, that clip just reminded me that, like, one of the big things, appealing things about this movie is the action scenes. They're so brutal, and the way they shoot is almost like a horror movie where Denzel's like the boogeyman terrorizing bad guys. So if you're bad guys, you'd be absolutely terrified. Like, so I love that about this movie. And in terms of when we talked, that when Denzel was giving me a demonstration, he used my hand to demonstrate that if someone's pointing a gun at you, this is how you take the gun, flip it back. And not that I would ever use this in real life, but it was really cool to know the physics of how he would flip a gun around on a person. And then they kind of went into like just talking about, like, you know, he trained with a real Navy SEAL who taught them how to do all of these things. And they're saying, you know, you look at a lot of the action from the original Equalizer, it's like all of that stuff is cooked up by these Navy SEAL guys who would spend all their days thinking about how to do people like this. And like no regular person would think up the stuff that these people would think up. And that's how all the action scenes where it's like between turning a person's nervous system against them to like turning a home hardware store into your own personal jungle, like that all comes from these guys who think with that kind of mentality. So that was really hilarious.
He touched your hand?
And frightening. He did touch my hand, but also in a very threatening manner, but it was cool.
Did you ever wash your hand after?
Yes, no.
This latest film's a bit of a reunion too.
Yeah, I mean, because this one has Dakota Fanning, and if you remember Dakota Fanning, she starred in Man of Fire opposite Denzel when she was a little child, right? Man of Fire being this, like, Man on Fire, sorry, being this really iconic Tony Scott action movie, right? One of the first times where we really saw Denzel as an action superstar. And then the other reunion is Antoine Fuqua, the director, and Denzel. Like, they've made 3 Equalizer movies together. First of all, we should say that Equalizer is the first time Denzel has ever returned to a role. Like, this is his first franchise. He's never done a sequel besides Equalizer, so they've made those 3 movies together. They also made the Magnificent Seven reunion together, and also their collaboration, their beautiful collaboration started over 20 years ago when they made Training Day together. Like, it was Antoine Fuqua that gave Denzel that Oscar-winning role where he just went way outside of his typical like righteous goalposts and gave us something, one of the 21st century great performances.
We don't get you raving about a lot of films, but I love your excitement about this
It's
one, Brad.
Denzel, yeah.
Denzel. Great to have you in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And a reminder, The Equalizer 3 is in theaters now.
Your morning is brought to you in part by The Equalizer 3.
I'll be waiting for you. Hurry up.
Now playing.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.